Can you share an example again of like when you've had to kind of make those quick decisions on the fly? So when you're in a story and you're like, okay, like for example, the one that you just said, like, is there other moments that kind of come to mind?
Yeah, there's a great one actually. So for the first episode we did for this season, it's called Cartel USA. It was the first episode that aired in season 5. And it's about cartel presence here in the United States and how it's sort of being infiltrating everywhere from small town America to big cities. But in order to gain access to the cartel players in the US, we had to go to Sinaloa, Mexico, where I have a lot of connections, and try to get the green light from somebody in Sinaloa, from like a boss in Sinaloa that would allow us to talk to somebody here in the US. And we did. And again, it took us a long time. We finally got the boss. And he had several bodyguards, armed people behind him. Actually got really tricky in the moment because the Marines showed up close. They were close by in the neighborhood, and we had to leave. It was not the most comfortable interview. But after a while, he trusted us. He believed we were journalists. We'd gotten connected through a contact we share. And eventually he said, okay, I'm going to meet you in this one state, which was at the time, I believe, and I hope I'm not going to have this up, but I believe it was Minnesota. Yeah, I'm going to meet you in Minnesota. And we got all excited. We waited a few weeks. He gave us a date and a place. And we got there and we waited and we waited and he never showed up. And then he got a call after a few days and he said, I needed to make sure that you guys didn't have a tail, and I am not actually in Minnesota. I'm in another state, which we didn't reveal in the episode which one it was, but it was a completely different state. So then we had to go to a completely different state and sort of wait for him again. And then eventually he showed up and he showed us sort of a cocaine transaction.
So he was just testing you to go to Minnesota.
Yeah. Yeah, and that happens a lot.
Really?
Meetings in places where then they are just monitoring us and making sure that we're not being followed. Because even if they trust us, they want to make sure that we're not being followed by law enforcement, or that, at the end of the day, they want to make sure that we are also the people we say we are.